welcome to Craft Little Things. I'm Andrea. I'm just going to make this ring of rose hexagon, which is the latest hexagon from book 4 to 5 of Big and Little Crochet. It uses this teal and the rose yarn. I might need to actually get a bigger ball of that out because that's not looking very big. Right, so I'm going to just start. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, do check back, so I do explain the Big and Little concept and the hexagon throw in other videos. So we're going to start with a slip knot. This is the first time I've ever done this pattern, so I'm as new to it as you are. We make foundation ring, make 8 wraps around 2 fingers, slide off and draw yarn through the centre to cut the loops. Right, so we're going to make, we've got it on our hook, we've attached it with our slip knot, and we're going to make 8 wraps around our fingers. So I'm going to hold it there, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wraps around my fingers, slide off and draw the yarn through the centre. So I'm assuming I pull the yarn through the centre and secure the loop with a slip stitch. So that's what I've done. So I've got a nice big loop here fastened off with a slip stitch. So then I do a chain which counts as a double crochet. Oops. And then I do 23 double crochets into the ring. So that's a single crochet in US. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we do is we join with a slip stitch to the first chain, which is here, and then you have that nice thick padded ring. Whether it's supposed to be that big or not, I don't know, but anyway. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counts as a treble and 2 chains, which we've seen before. Miss the next stitch and then treble into the next. Chain 2, miss the next stitch and treble into the next. And what we're going to end up with is 12 posts and 12 spaces. End up with like a wheel. Five, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. So then we just go into the slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the standing chain, and there we have our first couple of rounds. And we want to just fasten off this yarn because we're going to go in and add a teal yarn, a teal row, and then we're going to come back to this colour. So we want to take our teal yarn and join it to any of the chain 2 spaces. So I'm just going to join it to this one. So put your hook in the space, pull through your yarn. I use the yarn and the straggler to fasten it on. and I've left quite a long straggler there. I'm just going to trim that off because it doesn't need to be that long. And then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'll go into the next space and just do a double crochet, which is a single in the US, chain 3 into the next chain space, chain 3 into the next chain space. So this is really simple. Chain 3 into the next chain space. Just do that all the way around. Chain 2, 3, join with the slip stitch to the first chain and fasten off. And we'll come back to the teal at the end, of course. So there we go. So we've just expanded on those a little bit. Just pull my stragglers all through to the back. Most of them can be cut off now. Okay, so now we're going to join the rows back on to any chain 3 space. So pop it into one of these, join it on, and we're going to do 3 chains, a treble, which is a double in the US, 2 chains and 2 trebles into that space. And then we're going to do 3 trebles in the next space. Three in the next space. And then we're going to do 2 trebles, 3 chains, and 2 trebles in the next space. So that's working our corners. So now we're starting to turn this into, into a hexagon. So 1, 2, 3, and then another corner, 2 trebles, 3 chains, 2 trebles, and just keep working that pattern all the way around to the end. So 3 in this space, and then work a corner, and then we get to the end and just slip stitch into the top of that first chain 3, and that's that round completed. It's a really nice pretty pattern there, so look at that. Now then, we're on to round 5. So it says to slip stitch into the next treble. So slip stitch into the next treble, and then 4 chains, counts the treble and a chain, then 1 treble and 3 chains and a treble into the corner, 1 treble, 3 chains and a treble into the corner, and then 1 chain, 1 treble into the next treble, 1 chain, miss a stitch 4 times, so 1, 2, 3. So that brings us over to the next corner. So what we're doing is we're doing our corner, 1 treble, 3 chains, 1 treble, and then we do a chain and a treble into the first stitch, then a chain, and then we miss 1 and we do 1 in the next one. So we're making quite a sort of a loose edge to this one, whereas most of our others have been really sort of tight along the edges. So I'm going to make my corner chain 1, go into the first stitch, chain 1, miss a stitch, go into the next one, chain 1, miss a stitch, go into the next one. If you imagine on the blanket, this is going to be a very sort of open weave feel to it. Join to the top of that, chain 3. As opposed to some of the others which are very close textured. So it's going to give it a nice bit of contrast. I really like that. It's lovely. And now we're into the last round. So we're just going to take our teal yarn and join it to any corner space. And then we're going to just chain 2. And then we're going to put a half treble in the next stitch and a half treble in the space. So yarn over into that stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. And then put the same into the space. And then into the stitch. Into the space, into the stitch, and into the space, and just keep doing that all the way around. Obviously when we get to the corners we'll do something different. Just a minute, we'll be at the corner in a minute. Oops. Right, now in the corner you're going to put 1 half treble, 2 chains and 1 half treble into the corner, and then you're going to just go straight back into the stitch, into the space, into the stitch and into the space, and just keep doing that all the way around, and that just gives you a nice sort of hard border around the edge. And then here we are going into the last corner, so yarn over a half treble, half double US, 2 chains and into the top of that original chain 3 and finish off. And there it is, complete. And it was quite a simple one, very fast to do, and it's really nice. It's lovely lacy open feel to it. I love it. So there's that one. So we're up to date now. I've managed to do all of them. I'm just going to sit and do some edging and join some. I might film it, I might not, but I think I might just sit comfy on the sofa and watch a film while I'm doing it. So I'll join you again for some more crochet very soon. Take care. Bye bye.